Well, we're here. Welcome to the very first podcast, episode 1 from the Mindful Lotus. And we're here with Angie, the owner,
Me?
and Louie, one of the staff members here. Angie,
Yes.
so please tell us what Mindful Lotus is.
So the Mindful Lotus is a center for learning and healing. We do a lot of different kinds of workshops and classes. Have a lot of retail in the front of the building. So it's a God center place, but we just want everyone to be welcoming here. It doesn't matter who you are, what religion, what culture, what belief. The doors are open to everyone.
Nice. So what are some of the services or practices or things that you offer here at Mindful Lotus to your customers?
Aside from the retail, we do Reiki work, Reiki healing sessions. We offer Reiki classes. We offer a tarot circle. We do breath work, yoga, cupping, meditation, and a lot of different workshops here. Chakra workshops, tarot workshops, crystal workshops. We do holistic homesteading and some herbal classes, just to name a few.
Nice, to name a few. That's quite a few. I like it. So tell me, this building has, it's a special location.
Yes.
This building is,
Yes.
and it has some energy.
Yes.
That is naturally here.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I could tell you the little that I do know, because I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that it's a historic building. It's been around for about 100 years now.
Mm-hmm.
The building was, I think, erected back in 1900, and if I know correctly, and I'm not quite sure, but Captain Cresswell took over the building in 1916, and he's the one that established the mineral baths. We're still on mineral water today, but back then a lot of people came here for healing. They soaked in the tubs for healing purposes.
Wow, so you still have tubs here, right?
Yes, we still have the tubs here, but they are capped off. They're still there and they're covered over, but they're there.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
This building is really cool too.
Yes,
I mean,
it's an
got
amazing building.
like just so much artistic kind of features to it. You know, you can tell that the glass is like vintage glass when you look at the windows.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
The glass back in the studio area, where the yoga studio, my Reiki room is. Those windows are original to the building.
Wow.
They're just one little pane that I think was replaced a few years ago, but those are original to the building.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So you guys also do something with the full moon.
Yeah, we do full moon gatherings. We have a fire pit over in the side yard. We are in the process of putting in a nursery and a pond and some other items in there so that we can have more workshops and classes and just gatherings out there.
Outside under the stars.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. How long have you been in Lake Elsinore as a business?
I actually started in 1999.
Whoa.
Yeah, started in 1999 for 11 years, and then was gone for 3 years, and then came back in 2013. Same building, same business, not the same building. Well, I did go into the same building that I was in previously, and then moved over here. Yeah.
Nice. So Louie, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Mindful Lotus.
I do cupping, sound baths, Reiki, and what else?
The breath work.
And breath work.
And Tai Chi coming up soon.
Tai Chi.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Soon, yes.
No, that's great. Tell us a little bit about cupping and what that does for the human body.
Oh, it releases tension. If you're sore, it releases soreness. It relaxes the body. It gets oxygen and blood flow to the areas where it needs it.
Okay, so you concentrate on specific areas wherever.
Yes.
Like if somebody's having lower back pain, you would concentrate on that.
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And the breath work. When you do breath work, are you talking about like breathing exercises that people do, or is it like kind of a rhythmic thing where they're kind of creating like a pattern?
Yes, what we do is I try to focus on mind, body, and soul. So the breath work helps the body and the spirit. The soul and the mind.
Nice.
So what it does is getting oxygen, releasing stress, and it's clearing your my God, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So
Yeah.
basically, what you're doing is you're taking in oxygen.
Yeah.
And it's obviously entering your bloodstream.
Yes, correct.
But there's a method and a practice for that to make sure that it's done effectively.
Yes,
That's
correct.
what you're doing. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So what I try to do is I'll get the people grounded first, and then gradually I'll try to get them to a pace that they're really it's like an exercise. So and then after we're done, we start going down again and ground them, and then meditate.
Okay.
I don't want somebody to come in, with road rage or angry or something like that. I don't want to keep their energy at that level.
Right.
I want to bring them down again, so when they leave here, they come home. They feel peace.
Okay, good.
And centered.
Good.
That's
And
what it does for
centered.
me. It's centered.
Centered.
Yes, most definitely.
That's very important, right?
It's grounding and centering.
Great. And then you mentioned also another practice that you do. Is it Reiki?
It's Reiki.
Okay.
Yes. I've been doing Reiki for over. It's about a year and a half.
Oh,
About a
okay.
year and a half. Yeah.
And Angie, you do Reiki also?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's my teacher.
And so you're the Reiki master here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the teacher.
So tell me a little bit
master.
about Reiki. Like, where does that originate from? And
So for the way that I teach is I teach the traditional Usui way, and it's a Japanese technique that releases stress. And Dr. Usui was hit with the Reiki back in I believe 1922, if I'm not mistaken, 1922, 26. And he's the one that brought Reiki to the forefront. And it just helps with a lot of healing. It helps with the mind, body, spirit as well. It also helps ground. It also helps align the chakras in the body. Those are the 7 major energy centers that we have. We have many chakras, but those are the ones that I work with.
wow. And so the practice of Reiki, is it like massage therapy? What exactly happens? Like, if I'm not fully understanding what Reiki is, and I come to you and I ask you, like, can I do this, or can you provide this service for me? What does it actually entail?
So I like to say it's a massage for the soul. So what it does is it moves the energy in the body. You want to get people kind of centered again. Just along. Some people will even use the breath work techniques in their Reiki sessions.
Oh, wow.
So it helps get you centered. It helps get you grounded. But really, it's clearing the energy around the body, the energetic field around the body, and it helps align the chakras. And then for me, I go wherever else I'm kind of guided to go to in the body, which needs healing, and that's also in the physical, emotional, spiritual, physical level.
So you, as a Reiki master, when you have a client come in, you have to be in a certain
Yes.
You have to be
state of
grounded.
mind, right?
You have to be in a mindset. You have to be in a zone. So I kind of sit here and meditate for a little bit, kind of connect with the client that's coming in, and kind of find out, intuitively what they may need. So I just sit with myself, sit in prayer, a little meditation, and kind of ground myself and prepare for my session.
Wow. And Louis, what do you do? You do the same thing to prepare?
Yeah, I do the same thing. I try to get grounded, and I try to get the client grounded too, to relax.
Yeah. So Reiki is basically energy from your body.
Well, for me, I ask God to use me as a clear channel, so I'm not the one doing the work. I'm just available.
You're the conduit.
I am, yes, most
Okay.
definitely. And also too, in my sessions, I don't believe that when you're doing any kind of spiritual work, you should be under the influence of anything. You should not be under the influence of any plant medicine, alcohol. If you've had a rough night the night before, you should not be doing any kind of spiritual work.
Yeah.
Even if I don't get enough rest, I will cancel my sessions. That client deserves the best that you could be, and so I try and work in that way and just give my client all that I can. I would want that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome to know that, because most people are thinking about the business first and not necessarily the actual meaning or the idea behind the therapy, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't be under the influence of anything other than spirit. And for me, that's the Christ light and the God consciousness.
So Louis, can you share with us a little bit about a sound bath? What does that entail? How does it start? If I came into Mindful Lotus and it was my first time experiencing a sound bath with you, what are some of the steps that you would take me through to prepare me, or just in the whole process of the sound bath?
Well, what I want to do is get you guys relaxed, ground yourselves, and just do a little bit of breathing before we start. Um, Helps you ground you. And then some new customers, I will explain to them what I will do. Sometimes you feel the energy going through, and what it's doing is aligning your chakras. And each bowl has different hertz. So when I'm hitting different bowls, it's hitting the different chakras.
Okay, so each bowl has a different level of vibration, basically.
Yes.
Right, from the highest to the lowest.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and so how does that work with your body? Is the high frequencies, are they centered or focused on a certain part of your body, or?
The highest ones would be like the crown chakras. It would hit. It has I forgot the hertz that it has, but it each hertz hits. Say if it's 40 hertz, it would in 1 second it will go in your brain 40 times in a second.
Oh,
the
wow.
energy.
That's the vibration.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Angie, so in addition to all of this that we're talking about with these great services that you provide to the public, you also have a store here.
Yes, we do.
That's got some really, really cool stuff.
Yes.
I mean, just the decor itself and the way you've artistically put that together, it's really inviting and it's very warm. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you offer at your store here.
So as far as the retail, when you walk in, that's the front lobby. That's where you're going to find the essential oils. Over to one room, we have our crystals. So we have a lot of tumbled stones. We have some jewelry and some bigger pieces. And then in the next room, we have like chakras, and we have the tuning forks and the crystal bowls and all kinds of candles. We have a room that has some soaps and some clothing. And then the bigger room has our oracle cards, tarot cards, journals, a lot of candles, incense, and a lot of gift ideas.
Nice.
You can always find something for someone.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I also was informed that you work real heavily with the community.
Yes.
On a nonprofit basis.
Yes.
Can you please tell us about that?
So I have a nonprofit. It's called Project Mora Compass. I started it, I believe, in 2012. I work with my church's soup kitchen. I started that back in 2006. And there was a woman, we had made grilled cheese sandwiches that particular day, and she ripped her sandwich in half, and she took it outside and gave the other half to her dog. So I thought, well, if these people are going without, most definitely their animals are. So I decided it was right around holiday time, so I thought if I get any Christmas money, I am going to spend it all on dog and cat food, which I did. That year I probably got the most money I've ever had. So I just started bagging up dog and cat food and occasional rabbit and bird, and started giving it out at the soup kitchen. So we also help, people too, the two-legged as well, with some toiletries and blankets and those kinds of things. So yeah, we try and do as much as we can for our community.
And some of the workshops that she does too, like the Reiki Circles, that's all donation. Goes to donations too.
So tell me about the Reiki Circle. What is a Reiki Circle?
So the Reiki Circle is something that anyone can participate in. You don't have to be Reiki attuned. It's good for people who are newly attuned, so that they could come in and work on clients. They kind of get an idea of how Reiki is, how it works, and it's just working with someone that you don't know and feeling the energy of someone that is a stranger to you. It's also good for someone who is interested in a Reiki session, but maybe they don't want to spend the money just yet. They want to come and see what it's like. So we will work on you as a group. It's not private. It's not one-on-one. You'll get on the table and there might be 10 people around you. There could be 15 people around you, but we're all working on you. So that's what the Reiki Circle consists of. And we always give whatever we collect, any money that we collect from the Reiki Circle definitely goes back out to our community. It goes to animal charities. It could go to a local school, anywhere that's needed.
So every time you do a Reiki Circle, whatever revenue is generated for that, whatever donations come in, then you just take it wherever your heart tells you to take it, right?
Yeah, if there's a family in need, we give it to the family. If there happens to be a crisis, we just, at the last Reiki Circle, we gave all the money to Ukraine. And so we collected money, and then I met it and doubled it.
Wow.
And sent it to Ukraine. So we do that as well.
Nice. That's.
You got to give back somewhere.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, no, because it all comes back to us, right?
Right.
Yeah. Good. The one thing that I'm still kind of interested in myself personally is the full moon
gatherings.
Like, what takes place at those? Like, because it sounds to me like the coolest thing in the world. Like,
it's awesome. Well, so we every full moon's going to be different. The ones previously were always kind of ran along the same lines with the astrological, wherever the moon was at in whatever sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it up a little bit, and each one's going to be separately different. Maybe you might come to one full moon and we might wrap sage. The next full moon we might make some baths that you're going to sit out in the moon and let the moon soak in all of the energy of the salt, and then you soak in it. So we're always going to do things differently at the full moon gatherings. We're going to do another heart opening ceremony where we're going to be taking in plant medicine, which is rose. It is not that kind of plant medicine. It's for clean living. So we're going to do something like that, but it's always going to change. One full moon might be the blue lotus that we're going to be offering, or the cacao. So it's always going to be different. You're never going to get the same full moon ceremony here.
So that means anybody attending these full moon ceremonies, they're going to get an education from from event to event.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, I think you've pretty much touched on everything.
I think so.
I think the only thing left is just to invite people out here. Like, hey, you guys got to come out and
and I want to make note too. This is our first one, so we're all a little bit on the nervous side.
No,
We've never done this, so
yeah.
I just encourage anyone who's interested in starting something like this. You just got to jump in. That's what we're doing here. We laugh behind the scenes at like how we're gonna suck at it, but we're gonna get better eventually. And you know what? And I do want to take this time to thank everyone that has helped me get to this point. My parents who are no longer here, my husband, my son, and my daughter, my Uncle Tony, who's been a great support system for me, my sister, who's also known as the Lotus Bouncer. She either likes you or doesn't. And my best friend, Jeannie. All of those people have helped me greatly. So I want to thank everyone. And I want to thank you, Nick, and Louie, for all the amazing people that you both have brought through the doors here. I mean, it's been fun.
Well, it's been fun for us, Angie, and I appreciate the fact that you created this space, because every time I come down here, from the time I pull up and the way you did the garden outside in the front with all the shrubs, and
that was my husband's doing, and believe me, he did not like it, but he worked. I have to pay him in margaritas. So
that's not a bad payday, I'll tell you.
So he's the one that made it beautiful outside.
It's amazing. And then when you walk in the front door, just the aroma and the warm feeling that you get when you walk in, it's just really inviting. So I would encourage anybody who's looking for a new place or looking for something that's consistent to come out and visit Mindful Lotus here in beautiful Lake Elsinore.
And look out for our podcast, because we have a lot of interesting people.
Yes, we do.
We've got lined up. So we have not quite announced all those people yet, but we've got some good people coming in.
We're definitely lining them up. And also, they should come and try some of the local restaurants. I mean, there's some great food out here.
Michi Tacos.
Michi Tacos,
thanks
for sure.
to the Mitchell brothers.
Yeah.
Figured that out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, you know what? I thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
Thank you.
And
thank you for doing that.
I thank you, anybody who's viewing this or anybody who wants to be part of Mindful Lotus or come down and visit. We thank you in advance. So with that, I guess we're closing this first episode.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good deal.
Grateful. Thank you.
Yes.
I could have not done. It would have been longer, or I wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
So